So, you're all here to wonder what you need to know before applying for Mineplex staff. Well guys, you have come to the right place. I'm going to be sharing with you guys both the pros and the cons of joining the Mineplex staff team. Now, I just want to give you a disclaimer. I'm going to be as blunt and honest as possible, which means I'm not going to tell any lies as to what my experience on the staff team was like. As far as pros and cons go. So, with that being said, I don't guarantee all this will happen to you or that it has happened to you, but I just want to let you know that it does happen, and it's very, very prominent in the Mineplex staff team. And so what you're about to hear is my experience and what you guys need to know before you apply for Mineplex trainee. This might change your mind, or it might get you to join, who knows. So it could be either way, but I want to make it clear that you guys are watching this for your own personal information gain, and that I'm not really in any way slamming the server, but I am telling the truth as to what you guys may possibly face when you apply for Mineplex staff. So without further ado guys, I'm going to be starting with the cons or negatives of joining the Mineplex staff team first, and then we'll be moving on to the positives. So let's get started. So my very first con or negative part about joining the Mineplex staff team is that it is a huge time commitment. As a trainee, you have to be constantly online. This doesn't mean you have to be online in-game, but you have to be online on Skype and, well, I guess they don't necessarily use Skype, but Slack and Skype all the time, because you never know what's going to happen if there's an emergency or some sort of thing. So you have to be constantly online to process reports as well as moderate in-game. So expect that you'll probably have to play anywhere from 1 to 4 hours. It could be more, could be less. This is my average time per day as a Mineplex staff member was probably about 3 or 4 hours. And so that was a lot. And you just have to be active constantly. So basically, if you have a part-time job, you're participating in an organized competitive sport, or even playing any sort of sport, regardless. If you have somewhat of a social life, or if you have a life in general with all these things, it's going to be hard to be a trainee, guys. Those first 2 months as a trainee, that is when they're looking at you to give it your very best. And if you don't have that time to give it your very best, you're probably going to fail. So if you have all these things, you're going to have to learn time management to the dot, or else you're just going to have to give up one of those things if you really care about Mineplex that much. Now, you'll also have the opportunity to join a sub-team. You don't have to do this, but if you choose to, that will add probably another 30 minutes to 2 or even more hours onto your already amount of time, which is 1 to 4 hours. So training is a huge time commitment, and if you're going into the Mineplex staff team thinking that it's going to be easy peasy, you're going to be very harshly mistaken. Now, my next point is that you will be targeted by players. They, for whatever reason, love to see a staff member get killed, so they will target you until you're dead. Now, I'm not necessarily sure if there is a rule against this or not. I know there is for YouTubers, but as far as it goes for staff targeting, it's still allowed for whatever reason. So chances are people will target you just to get a reaction or to somehow hurt your trial in some way. They will target you in games, but you will also be targeted in lobbies, and this doesn't mean killing. They will use their words to manipulate you and to target you. They want to see you fail, and you will be targeted. Now, this didn't actually happen too much to me, but there were times when people would target you in lobbies by asking you trick questions and just trying to make things that would design you to fail. So be careful. Alright, my next point is you will face annoying and or stupid players. Yes, as blunt as it is, people are dumb sometimes. And these are the people that you constantly ask you questions and they don't do what you tell them to do. So they'll be like, hey, what is the link to apply for trainee? And you'll tell it to them, and you'll explain the entire process, and they'll be like, huh? These are the people that drive me insane. They're going to re-ask you questions over and over and over. I spent 30 minutes one time as a mod explaining to one guy how to do a support ticket, and he still didn't get it. Finally, I got it, but it was very annoying. These people will test your patience, which is a good thing, but it's also kind of rough because patience does not like to be tested. Here's where I'm going to get really blunt. The only group of people and person that's going to care about you on your trial as a trainee is your mentor and your mentor group and your batch buddies. So these are the only people that are really going to stick up for you and that are going to care about you. And some of them probably won't care about you because, honestly, people don't. And this is just from my own personal experience, is even your batch buddies don't care about you. They will not talk to you. However, there is good that comes out of this, but I'll get to that later. So your mentor will be the only person that will care about you. This is one of the big things I noticed. Only your mentor and fellow trainees will really care about you on your trial. And the big thing that I noticed is that if you don't have a friend group already, you're screwed. I saw so many trainees that already knew admins, already knew senior mods, rise straight to the top because of the people they knew. Now, if you don't know anyone, you're going to have a hard time getting recommendations and getting into the things you want. You will not be accepted by other friend groups because they are so freaking exclusive, and it kind of sucks. So you either have to form your own, or you basically just suck it up. Now, that's what I did. Fortunately, I was able to have my own little groups and just, hang out with them. But anyway, as long as you do your job, everything will be okay and no one will say anything to you. However, as soon as you mess up, that's when you get the attention. It's a thankless job, guys. No one cares about what you do until you do something wrong. And only if you mess up will someone come to you and talk to you. And obviously, this is kind of exaggerated. Of course, people are forgiving. There is forgiveness in the staff team. But unfortunately, people don't see your good achievements, they see what you do bad. The next point I have to say is if you leave, you will essentially be told that you were worthless. Now, this happened to me. As soon as I left, when I resigned from senior mod for my training manager position, I had a person on my friends list message me and say, hey, I need help with this hacker. Now, I was like, sorry, I resigned, I can't do this. And he basically said, oh, well, then you're worthless. He actually said that. That is quoted from him. He said, you're worthless. So as soon as I heard that, I blocked him, ignored him, and removed him from every possible thing. Because I am not going to have someone come up to say that. But this is a very rare instance, but essentially you are worthless to Mineplex if you don't have a shiny tag. So once you resign or you get demoted, that's what happens. And there's a few other points I have. I'm going to go through these quickly. One point is that if you're underage and you try to apply for staff, you don't have a chance. They will not even consider you. I haven't seen an underage trainee accepted in over 2 years. And that's pretty discouraging for all of you guys because I want you guys to get accepted. I want you guys to be able to have a chance. But I have not seen an underage trainee get accepted in over 2 years. Now, granted, I don't really pay attention to the staff team anymore as far as promotions and new people, but from what I've seen, I don't see anyone getting accepted that I've even given tips or advice to that has been underage. So be careful. Now, this last and final tip is people will step over you for their own personal gain. This happened to me a few times, and it happened to lots of people that I already have talked to. Is people will exploit you so that they get a personal gain. So if you do something wrong, they will tell on you so that they get rewarded for telling on you. That's just the sad reality that sucks, and that's life. So I guess that's what's also sort of a pro because you learned that people will be very, very selfish. Now, with all that gloomy outness out of the way, I'd like to present to you guys the positives of the Mineplex staff team. So first off, you will gain a whole lot of experience. You'll learn how to deal with people. You will learn teamwork. You will learn time management skills. Many, many hours and in real life activities will collide. So basketball, part-time job, anything like that. Those will collide, but you'll have to learn how to do time management, which will help you a lot when you get to your later years in life, such as college and high school or anything like that. You'll also learn patience and perseverance. Patience is one of the biggest things you have to be able to do as a Mineplex staff member because, as I said before, people are dumb. And you have to learn how to, counter those people and help them. Now, with perseverance, most likely you will not get accepted on your first try. I did get accepted on my first try, fortunately, but that is not the case of many people. I know a few people that have been accepted, on their 25th try. So you will learn perseverance. Next, you will learn the idea of a staff hierarchy, which includes bosses and leadership. Now, you will have people above you that you will answer to and that you'll report to. Now, this is good because, you'll learn in life that there's bosses and people that you have to ask and, look up to. So, this is a good time just to learn some of that stuff. Now, one of my favorites of this is you will make some amazing friends. I have so many friends that I, met there that I still have to this day, and that's amazing, and I'm very, very proud of that, and I'm so thankful for that. Now, you'll learn how to coordinate and plan. So you'll have, depending on your mentor, you might have group projects, and hopefully not, because those suck, but you might have them, so you'll have to coordinate those. You'll also have to learn how to plan, so staff reports You'll learn what those are if you get accepted, or you can go look at my other video, how the Mineplex staff team works. You'll see what staff reports are, but you'll have to plan those out accordingly. You will learn how to type very quickly and well. If you see someone rushing you in a game and you see someone that broke a rule, you are going to have to learn how to type that sucker out so quick before you die. And so you're going to learn how to type very quickly. And hopefully you'll have good grammar and usage and stuff by the time you're done with the staff team too, because you're supposed to be professional. I don't see many staff members that type well anymore, but you know, you might just learn something. You'll also be learning to collaborate and communicate. So if you're going on vacation or you're seeing a bunch of hackers, you need to communicate those with other people if you can't reach them. Or if you're going on vacation, you'll need to tell the people above you that you're leaving. So it's really good at collaboration and communication. Now you'll also be able to see the insides and out of how a large server works. So this is like the staff recruitment and the process of that. You'll learn how the staff get recruited, how the whole process goes on, getting recruited and the hierarchy of everything. So that's really cool. You get to have people look up to you. You are a policeman in a Minecraft server. Now, don't let that sound demeaning, but that's what you are as a trainee, mod, senior mod, whatever. So all the players or civilians will look up to you. I mean, for the most part. And that's really cool. You get to make the server a better place by helping stop hackers. And there is not much more happier as a staff member than banning a hacker and seeing the awesome reactions from the people that were so thankful for you stopping them. You also get to help people. What I'd like to say to you guys, if you even get accepted, please don't ever ignore the people that need help. Please, okay? I've been on the other side of this now that I'm not staff, and I've been needing help, only to have staff members with their personal or private messages disabled, meaning I can't ask for help. So if you're one of those people, stop it, first off. Second, don't be those people. If you are a staff member, I would highly expect you to have your private messaging on, because if you don't, how are people going to reach you? And finally, the last positive or pro is that you get to say that you made your piece of history on a large server. And that's always a really cool, like, you get such a rich backstory and background with that server that you were able to moderate. It's very rewarding. And you get to say that you were part of it, which is really cool. So anyway, guys, these are the things I just want to let you all know before you even consider being a trainee on Mineplex. I hope these tips helped you. If they did, guys, please let me know. I probably forgot a lot of stuff, so if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I will be sure to respond to you. Now, leave a like if this did help you guys. I will have an awesome video up soon. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in a brand new video. Bye, guys.